Hello and very warm welcome to the platform of Victory IAS. We are discussing 2 years current affair rapid revision program, and here we are discussing economy related issues and current affairs, right? So in this part we will discuss some events or programs in industries, right? So for that matter, Invest India is there, and what kind of updates are there with respect to Invest India, right? It is for promotion of investment and facilitation of funds, etc. So Miss Nivruti Rai has been appointed as the managing director and CEO of Invest India. This, you can see, Miss Rai is a recipient of prestigious Nari Shakti Puraskar, brings a wealth of experience from her 29-year tenure at Intel, where she led Intel India country head for the past 7 years, right? Invest India established in 2009 non-profit venture. Now this information is not much relevant. Personality based information are not much relevant, but this is relevant for us. Invest India, established in 2009, is a non-profit venture under the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. It serves as the National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency. This is important for us, targeting specific sectors and fostering partnership for sustainable investment. Right now, acceptance of awards from private organization. The Indian government issues new guidelines mandating prior approval from competent authorities such as ministries, secretaries of the cabinet secretary, ministry secretary, or the cabinet secretary for higher officials of government employees to accept rewards from private organization. Not much relevant for us. It is related to polity. So now let's discuss this Assam government initiative, CSR authority and others. CSR, corporate social responsibilities. So if firms are there, right, and firms are doing business in India, they with respect to certain threshold of profit, they have the obligation of contribution in corporate social responsibility. In a significant move, the Assam government has given the nod for the creation of Corporate Social Responsibility Authority of Assam during the state cabinet meeting held in Tinsukia on Friday. The approval encompasses the establishment of the enabling environment for welfare activities, including the formation of rules and regulations governing this Corporate Social Responsibility Authority of Assam, CSRA. CSRA objective will be the formation of CSRA aims to identify critical gap across various sectors and departments during the implementation of diverse schemes by streamlining investment flowing through corporate social responsibility funds. The government intends to align them with ongoing government initiative fostering comprehensive development in the state. For example, corporates also invest in education, healthcare, etc., and government also is spending in healthcare and education, so they can align the kind of funding that the government is doing and the kind of fund is coming from CSR, so that better results can be obtained. Municipal bonds for a development initiative. As part of this, its financial strategy, the government has entrusted with Guwahati Municipal Corporation with instance of municipal bonds under with issuance of municipal bonds under section 124 clause 1 of the Guwahati Municipal Corporation Act 1971. We have already seen under investment that municipal corporations issue bonds for the raising fund so that they can do expenditure, and an allocation of 100 crore rupees is earmarked for the Assam Tea Corporation Limited to address the budget provision in 23-24, specifically for the payment of interest on the delayed deposit of Provident Fund to the Assam Tea Employees Provident Fund Organization. Right, Assam State Prosecution Services Rule. The State Cabinet has given the green light for amending the draft Assam State Prosecution Services Rule. The amendment aims to establish a clear methodology for the recruitment process within the Assam State Prosecution Service, enhancing the efficiency and transparency of the system. Land transfer for educational excellence. A move to support educational infrastructure. The cabinet has approved the settlement, transfer and reclassification of 10 bighas of land at Uttar Fulung village under this Barbongshar Muza in North Guwahati Revenue Circle. The land will be transferred to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI, to establish a state-of-art center for excellence in Guwahati. Now, revamping of this paddy procurement process to streamline the paddy procurement process. The Assam Food and Civil Supplies Corporation Limited will implement partial decentralization process or decentralized procurement in this Bongaigaon and Biswanath district during the Kharif marketing season. It is related to agriculture marketing, that is. Inclusive food security, again related to agriculture and food security, so that we will discuss at different point of time. Jago Grahak Jago campaign. Jago Grahak Jago campaign is the Department of Consumer Affairs is actively engaged in nationwide multimedia awareness campaign titled Jago Grahak Jago. These campaigns aim to inform consumers about fraudulent practice and common issues while providing guidance on seeking redressal. This is it. This is related to Jago Grahak Jago, right? This campaign informing customers about this fraudulent activities or practices that are common, right? Diverse outreach channel. The awareness initiatives utilize various media platforms including print media, TV, radio, cinema theaters, websites, hoardings and display of boards, etc., right? These things are not much important. Grant in aid for local awareness also. So to enhance awareness at the grassroots level, the department releases grant in aid to states and UTs for conducting consumer awareness activities with a focus on local content, right, in local language, so that people can have more awareness, right? The power of social media, leveraging digital channels. Department employs social media to disseminate information, professional managers issues, and these things are not much important, right? I hope you can understand. Strengthening consumer commissions. The central government provides financial assistance under the scheme strengthening consumer commissions to enhance the infrastructure of consumer commission at the district and state levels, right? ConfoNet. The department operates the scheme computerization and computer networking of consumer commissions in the country, that is ConfoNet, to fully computerize all consumer commissions. This initiative ensures quick access to information and facilitate the speedy disposal of cases. So sometimes if in exam if they ask ConfoNet recently in news related to what, right? edakhil.nic.in is the development of the edakhil.nic.in, an online application portal enables consumers and advocates to file complaints online, promoting convenience and accessibility. Currently operational in 35 states UTs, this portal enhances the ease of submitting consumer complaints. Now, mega textile parks in boosting the textile sector. So, textile sector we have already seen. The central government announced that 7 mega textile park would be set up under 4,000 crore PM mega integrated textile regions and apparels, that is PM Mitra scheme in the first phase. Textile and apparel sectors in India. If we talk about the PM Mitra and significance of PM Mitra, what is the challenge? The MSME sector controls approximately 80% of textile and apparel currently made in India, right? Currently made in India. If we talk about this PM Mitra, then it is launched by the Ministry of Textiles in the 2021 in 2021 to streamline the textile value chain by setting up mega textile parks into one ecosystem, taking spinning, weaving, dyeing, right, printing the garment manufacturing, right? This is related to this. And if we talk about this significance of PM Mitra, it is a unique initiative with differentiating factors, for example, large scale production of plug and play manufacturing centers, joint implementation of center, state governments, etc., right? So this is related to PM Mitra. As you can see here, if we talk about the other factors related to PM Mitra here, Indian textile products and exports, approximately 60% are cotton based, right? This is one of the important information. As you can see, textile products and exports, approximately 65% are cotton based. Exports have stagnated to around 40 billion market, right? To at around 40 billion market, that is target is 100 billion by 2030, but it has stagnated around 40 billion. The target is 100 billion. Now, price competitiveness is one challenge, right? We can see sustainability is also one challenge. So the parks will be established in two stages. two stages, and the selection sites, development of park. So first the selection of sites, and second is the development of park, as you can see. Right now, if we talk about this significance of this scheme, then state government and central government located in states that have inherent strength, etc., and each park will have affluent treatment plants, skill training centers, etc. That is the kind of support will be given, affluent programs, etc., that is needed, right, for waste disposal, and not to dump all the wastage in water bodies, right. Proposal to set up such government scheme parks are to support and proposal to set up such parks, such parks prepared are prepared by the state government, right. So who will be preparing this? State government will be preparing the proposal for such parks. And enable scale of operation is one significance here. Government schemes to support the development of common infrastructure. Number one, apparel park scheme 2020 2002 apparel park scheme, and next you can see scheme for integrated textile in 2005. These are the two schemes that we can talk about. States must have contiguous parcels of a minimum of 100 acres. So this kind of lands will be there, minimum 100 acres. Transfer land to the special purpose vehicle, transfer lands to the special purpose vehicle, SPV, with 51% equity, 51% equity, and shareholding of the state, and 49% will be of 49% of central government, right. This is it. Now, so in significance, we can see reduced logistic cost by housing the entire value chain at one location, right. That is the food park scheme. Basically, if you can talk about, when we talk about this park schemes, basically what idea here is this: when we talk about textile park or mega food park scheme, they work on similar fundamental. The idea remains the same, right. This will be a kind of hub and spoke model, as we see in the wheel of cycle, hub and spoke model. So what we will be there, different facilities that are required has to be brought to the central hub, right. And here this entire processing, etc., will be done, so that everything is available at one place. For example, with respect to measurement facilities, packaging facilities, cargo shipment facilities, everything is available at one place, which gives advantage, right, which gives advantage. That is the thing here, right. 70,000 crore and generation of employment approximately 20 lakh, and augmentation of export potential as well. And here we can leverage this PPP model, public private partnership model, where private sector can come up with the kind of expertise they are having in this direction. Because when government is there, we have seen sometimes project delay also happens, so those delays, etc., can be taken care of if private sector is there. And the contribution of government is that when government is there in particular project, then maybe availability of finance, etc., becomes easier, right. That is one thing. In line with the 5F vision, we have already seen farm to fiber, to factory to fashion to foreign. Under textile sector, we have seen this expanding the fiber and product line from the current 5%, and taking a cue from countries such as Turkey, where integrated textile parks are highly efficient, right. Encouraging MSME units also to invest in PM Mitra parks and scale up. The government can combine PLI scheme, that is production linked incentive scheme, second, with PM Mitra to support the MSME players, giving thrust to PM Mitra parks for sustainable and cost effective solution for the pollution control, right. Now, Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Fine in 2023. So this Fine 2023, organized by the National Innovation Foundation, discuss ways to raise the profile of India's innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, which is inclusive, the third largest in the world, and inspiration to many countries. National Innovation Foundation, founded in 2000, headquartered in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, is an autonomous body of the Department of Science and Technology. It is India's national initiative to strengthen grassroots technological innovation and outstanding traditional knowledge, right. Now, Manipur State Beverages Corporation Limited established, right. So the Manipur cabinet has approved the establishment of the Manipur State Beverages Corporation Limited, making the end of prohibition that lasted over 30 years. This decision legalizes the production, sale, so this is important information, production, sale and consumption of alcohol in a specific region of the state, right? Comprehensive oversight of the alcohol regulation. So under the purview of finance minister, the MSBCL, that is this Manipur board, will operate with a board of director companies, key secretaries from sectors such as finance, home affairs, health, education and rural development and municipal governance. This comprehensive oversight aims to ensure a well-rounded approach to alcohol regulation, considering a various facets of public health and socio-economic welfare. Now, monitoring the entire production and distribution chain, the corporation is set to monitor the entire production and distribution chain of beverages, covering aspects such as manufacture, possession, purchase, sale, consumption, import, export, and transportation. This step is taken to ensure a regulated and transparent system in this entire process related to alcohol for human consumption. Standardization and license for local liquor. The Manipur board will oversee standardization and licensing for production and sale of local liquor or distilled indigenous country liquor, right? This emphasis on quality control and legal compliance is geared towards providing consumer with a safe and regulated choice, right? Now, new age limit and strict guidelines. The cabinet has set up minimum age of 25 years for production, management of shop, sale and consumption of alcohol, raising it from the previous age of 18 years. So now it has been raised to 25 years for this involvement in production, management of this shop, sale and consumption of alcohol. So now it has been raised from 18 to 25 years. Strict guidelines are in place prohibiting the sale and consumption of alcohol within a 100-meter radius of educational institution, hospitals and places of worship. So this is related to some guidelines. A specific restriction and exemption. So sale of alcohol are barred with 500 meter of national highways except in areas under municipal governance. We have seen this road accidents also when drink and drive cases. So 500 meters radius will not be allowed except the area under municipal governance. The gazette notification issued in December 6 lifted the ban from Greater Imphal, the district headquarter, tourist destination and registered hotels with a minimum of 20 rooms, right? The move follows Manipur's designation as a dry state in 1991 with exemption of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes communities for traditional liquor brewing, not this branded one, right? Addressing health concern and revenue projections. The decision is to lift the prohibition aims to address the health concerns arising from the unregulated liquor while projecting an expected annual revenue of over 600 crore rupees through regulated sales. However, groups like Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohols, that is CADA, have raised concerns, prompting the formation of an expert committee by Chief Minister and Biren Singh to thoroughly examine the matter. Now, revenue allocation for public health and welfare. A substantial proportion of the revenue collected, that is expected, is 600 crore rupees from beverages sales and VAT will be allocated towards public health and welfare measures, showcasing a concerted effort towards societal well-being. This underscores the government's commitment to informed decision making and addressing potential concerns raised by the various stakeholders, right? Now, this is related to alcohol for human consumption that is being allowed in Manipur. Now, let's talk about rejuvenation, acceleration and mitigation of pandemic program, that is known as RAMP program, right? RAMP program. Recently, 3 sub-schemes were introduced as a part of RAMP, rejuvenation, acceleration and mitigation of pandemic program. This scheme focuses on supporting MSME, right? Because pandemic, we have seen recession period in India and many sectors of Indian economy got affected from it. So RAMP is rejuvenation, right? So rejuvenation, acceleration and mitigation of pandemic program. MSME also got affected. So new schemes for MSME. And addressing key challenges they face. The first scheme is MSME. This MSME gift, right, aims to encourage green investment and provide financing for the transformation of MSMEs. Green project, environmentally sustainable projects, etc., are known as green project. The second scheme is MSc Spice, that is designated to promote and invest in circular economy, emphasizing sustainable practices. Lastly, the MSc scheme is online dispute resolution for delayed payments, focuses on resolving payment delays through online dispute resolution mechanism, facilitating smoother financial transaction of MSMEs. I've already told you MSMEs are having not much investment is also needed. There are caps on which they are being classified as micro, small and medium enterprises, so they have very less fund available for reinvestment. And if their funds are getting halt in the market, getting entangled in the market, they are not able to receive their payment delay is happening, then they may face operational difficulties as well. So it is for smoother financial transaction. These sub schemes collectively contribute to the broader goal of boosting the MSME sector and fostering sustainable business practice. Right now, this is NTWB's inaugural meeting. So it is related to the National Traders Welfare Board. So the inaugural meeting of National Traders Welfare Board (NTWB), convened by the Department of Promotion and Industry and Internal Trade (DPIIT), took place on December 5, 2023 at Vanigya Bhavan in this Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi, chaired by Shri Sunil Singhi, and the board is geared towards the advancing the welfare of traders and their employment. Now these are not much important, but this objectives of board is important. National Traders Welfare Board, it is important. So NTWB has been entrusted with instituted with specific objectives to guide the government in: number one, identifying policy measures for the welfare of traders and their employment, proposing simplification in acts and rules applicable to traders, recommending measures to reduce the compliance burden on traders, and enhancing access to funds for traders, providing recommendation on social security benefits like insurance, pension and healthcare for traders and their employee, right? Offering solutions to address other problems and issues faced by traders and their employees. So it is basically related to the challenges that the traders and their employee are facing, and the kind of rules and regulation that are governing these traders and their traders basically. So those rules etc can be amendment can be right can be the suggestions can be given in this regard. Now, compositions for the board. The board is compressed. Now, this is important information. A question can be made from this information, right? Composition for the board. The board is composed of chairperson, non-official, up to 5 members with specialized knowledge in retail trade matters, up to 10 members representing trade association, 1 non-official member from each state and union territory, and 9 ex officio representatives from ministries, departments, etc. The convener of the board is the Joint Secretary, DPIIT, responsible for internal trade. Now, the role and scope of the board, if we talk about the board and its member, play a crucial role in addressing issues pertinent to traders. Diverse composition of the board reflects its ability to meaningfully tackle the wide-ranging challenges facing the retail sector. We have already seen this. Now, introduction to ONDC, right? Now, when we talk about ONDC, it is an open network for digital commerce. Open network for digital commerce. So, the meeting also featured a presentation on open network for digital commerce. Like we are having these online platforms, board members were encouraged to promote this government initiative among the traders community across the country. Right? This is related to some more issues related to industries, as we can see. Pre-national conference on responsible business conduct webinar. So they have conducted a webinar. Now we for us few information are important here. The Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs and Partners in Change collaborated to organize a pre-national conference on responsible business conduct webinar in New Delhi, focusing on business responsibility and sustainability reporting, right? The event held analyzed publicly disclosed data from 928 companies, offering valuable insights into the evolution of non-financial disclosure in India. If we see the key objectives that were there in webinar, so the webinar centered on 3 key issues. Number 1, diversity. Number 2, materiality, and occupational health and safety, right? OHS. Its primary objectives were deeper understanding of this framework, foster a comprehensive understanding of the business responsibility and sustainability reporting framework, evolution from BRR to BRSR, that is the journey of disclosures from business responsibility reports now to the more comprehensive BRSR, that is business responsibility and sustainability report. So the sustainability factor has been updated. Analysis of trends in disclosures: examine trends of disclosure to determine how data can enhance engagement with companies and stakeholders. BRSR as a communication tool, right? So compared to its predecessor, that is BRSR is introduces a more extensive set of questions combining both quantitative and qualitative disclosures. Positioned as an effective communication tool, BRSR facilitates the disclosure of an organization's non-financial performance. SEBI mandated and commitment to ESG practices, right? Environment, social and governance. ESG practices means environment, social and governance. So top 1000 companies in adherence to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI mandate, are set to submit data on their non-financial performance. This not only highlights their commitment to environment, social and governance practice, but also emphasizes their dedication to responsible business conduct compliance, right? Setting the stage for national conference. So the webinar framed within the SEBI regulatory framework served as precursor to the upcoming national conference organized by IICA, scheduled from December 14-15, 2023. The conference will explore, etc. These are not required. Analytical presentation and concluding remarks. The webinar featured analytical a presentation by Miss Ekta Verma, Miss Pradeep Narayan, and not required, right? Official dignitaries names not important. About IICA and partners in change. So Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, IICA, an autonomous institution under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. This is information that we can remember. Partners in Change is a leading organization dedicated to fostering sustainable development and responsible business practices. The joint initiative, including the National Conference on Responsible Business Conduct, aim to drive positive change in the corporate landscape. So these two information you can remember. One is IICA under autonomous institution under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and Partners in Change is a leading organization dedicated to fostering sustainable development and responsible business practices, right? One more information, we can see the legacy and global impact of World Expos, a glimpse into 2030 bidding content, right? Contest. Rome, Riyadh, and Busan are competing for the honor of hosting 2030 World Cup. 2030 World Expo. The World Expo, held every 5 years, has evolved into a mega event that draws millions of visitors from around the world. Right. So this inaugural expo, the Greater Exhibition of 1851. The inaugural World Expo, known as the Great Exhibition, was initiated by the British government in 1851. More than 18,000 merchants from over 10 countries showcase around 1 lakh products featuring machinery, new materials, and industrial advancement. This landmark event marked the birth of the modern World Expo, creating a global platform for the exchange of ideas and innovations, right? Catalyst for global invention. The expo became a stage where nation eagerly presented their latest technological achievements. Groundbreaking inventions, including trains, aircrafts, air conditions, television, nylon and gramophone, and the elevator, made the world debut at the expo, right? So this expo is important in this sense that major technological upgradation or major equipments have made their debut in this expo. Over the years, the events appeal has grown, attracting countries and international organizations from just over 10 participants in the first expo to over 180 in by the year 2000. BIE standardization and globalization. So the Bureau of International Exhibition, BIE, established in 1928, played a crucial role in standardizing this expo bidding and exhibition procedures. While with 182 member countries, the BIE represents the globalization of the exhibition economy. The expo, once a showcase of industrial prowess, expanded its scope to include cultural globalization and discussion on global issues, right? Impact on culture, gender equality, and international decision. The World Expo has been a driver of cultural organization and gender equality. Special halls for global artists, and women were featured at various expo, fostering inclusivity. The expo also influenced international decisions, with resolutions such as designating May 1 as International Labour Day and hosting the first World Conference on Women in 1983. So many political decisions can also or also have also been taken in this particular expo. Continued global significance. While the Olympics initially shared a connection with the World Expo, the two events diverged in 1912. So earlier Olympics were also connected to this expo. The expo remained a global salon where countries engage in discussion on world issues and showcase future trends. It has played a pivotal role in globalizing culture, sports, and exhibition in industry. Right now, let's talk about Superpower Retailer Program. The National Skill Development Corporation (NSDC), operating under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, that is MSD, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, has joined forces with Coca-Cola India to launch the Superpower Retailer Program. This collaboration initiative, part of Skill India mission, aims to strengthen the retail sector in the state of Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. Right, the program is designated. So this is name of states you can remember: Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. The program is designed to enhance the capabilities of small and micro retailers, equipping them with essential knowledge and skills to thrive in ever evolving this retail landscape. Right, empowering retailers for growth. The Superpower Retailer Program, significant. Retailer, I hope you understand this entire distribution chain, manufacturing to manufacturer to distributor, distributor to dealers, and then dealers to retailers, from where you purchase, from where end user or consumer purchase, that is retailer. Right, significant achievement in Skill India mission, focusing on the growth and development of retailers. The primary objective of the initiatives include: number one, providing training to small and micro retailers to better understand consumer behavior and preferences, because they are directly in contact with the consumers or customers. Otherwise, what happens from when manufacturer to distributor, distributor to dealer, it is only the trade is happening and consumption is not happening there. Equipping retailers with the skills, tools, and techniques required to success in the modern retail sector. Sharing knowledge for best practices to enhance profitability and business acumen among the traditional traders. Now, training methodology. Participants in the program will undergo 14-hour training regimen consisting of 2 hours in class session and 12 hours of digital instruction, that is online. So 2 hours offline, 12 hours online. This innovative approach combines the traditional classroom session with the convenience of an app-based learning management system, also accessible via mobile and handheld devices like tablets, etc. The training module will be hosted for the Skill India digital platforms (SID) and will utilize multimedia elements, including videos, text, and guidance from experienced trainers to facilitate effective learning. Right now, this is about skill development. Now, Navratna status. Now, as we have already seen, this public sector reforms, autonomy is one factor, right? When we government is awarding status of Maharatna, Navratna, Mini Ratna in category 1 and category 2 both, then government is giving more autonomy to these firms, right? More business related decisions they can take on their own without much involvement of ministry, right, on day-to-day basis. So two central public sector enterprises under the Ministry of Railways are IRCON International Limited, Indian Railway Construction Limited, and Rights Limited have been granted Navratna status. Rights Limited, in its 50th year of operation, is a prominent transport infrastructure consultancy and engineering firm in India, offering services in various sectors such as transportation, railways, highways, airports, and more. If we talk about IRCON, this is Indian Railway Construction, right? With 47 years of experience, it specializes in railways, highways, and highway, high tension substation engineering and construction. The company has executed various projects in railway construction, electrification, tunneling, and more, both in India and abroad. Now, see, you don't have to remember entire list of firms that are there in Maharatna category, Navratna category, but if some new firms are being included in the list, that we should remember, so that if question arises, we can answer those, right? So Maharatna, Navratna. companies related news. So we will discuss it in the next class. So I hope these informations which you are receiving in the form of current updates are helping you, and it will remain important for upcoming prelims exam 2026. So this stay tuned to this IS Victory channel so that you can receive more current affairs information. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.